Hello and welcome. My name is Alice. I'm glad you've chosen to join me today for your practice. Whether this is your first time moving with me or you're returning for more, know that this practice is yours. You're invited to listen to what your body needs today, to move with intention, and to honour exactly where you are. There's no rush or expectations, just space to breathe, move, explore, and reconnect. Let's get into our flow. We're going to start standing at the top of your mats, or if you don't have a mat, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure you have a bit of space in front of you and behind you. And you can have the toes together, heels apart, but I'd actually like to have a little bit of space for what I have planned for the movement. And just drop your arms down to the sides of the body. You can close down the eyes or soften the gaze, and just take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And just continuing that breath in and out, noticing the slightly cooler air in the nostrils on the inhale and the slightly warmer air through the nostrils on the exhale. Allowing the shoulders to fall away from the ears with each exhalation. For the pelvis to become a little heavier and for the feet just to root, plant into the earth beneath you. And then just gently opening the eyes if they're closed, and start to take the arms above the head, taking the gaze towards the thumbs. And then crossing the arms, so bring the right on top of the left. Allow the hands to come towards the shoulders as the elbows drop down onto the chest and start to roll through the spine. Coming into a forward fold, and as you come into that fold, allow the hands to drop down towards the ground. We'll inhale to a halfway lift, finding that flat back. You can come to the fingertips or bring the hands towards the shins. And then exhale as you soften back over the legs. This time planting the hands into the floor. Allow the crown of the head to drop down towards the ground as you rise high onto the toes. And then start to soften into the knees as you come into a toe balance. So you might come onto the fingertips just to give yourself a bit of space. And then if you can, just find that balance as you sweep the arms above the head, staying high on the toes. Inhaling at the top, and as you exhale, release the arms back down. Fingertips meet the ground and start to lengthen through the legs, staying on the toes. Find that forward fold. Palms of the hands meet the ground. And then start to lower that right heel down to the floor as you lift the left leg into a standing splits. Finding that length all the way from the bottom foot to the top foot. And then softening into the right knee as you step that left leg far behind you. Start to bring the torso up into a high lunge. Extend the right leg, take an inhale. As you exhale, cactus the arms, soften back into the right leg and try and keep your balance. I'm gonna fall over. And then that left hand reaches all the way in front of you, inside edge of the right foot. And then circle the right arm all the way back as you bend the left leg, maybe reaching for the foot or the ankle as you draw the heel in towards the glute, finding that stretch through the left quad. And then slowly releasing, circle that right arm back to the inside edge of the right foot this time. And then turn that left leg slightly. So you want the shin parallel to the back edge, to the back end of the mat. And then start to lift the gaze up as you come into this variation of our side angle. We're pressing the right knee into the right tricep and trying to open the chest up towards the sky. Taking a couple of breaths. And then softening back down as you start to transition the weight over towards the left shin. The left hand comes down towards the ground. Right foot plants into the floor as the right arm sweeps over the top of the head. Coming into a supported side plank. And then starting to bring that right hand back down towards the ground. We're going to step back into a three-legged plank. Left knee draws in towards the chest. And then place that left foot behind the right leg. Foot comes down towards the ground. Press the pelvis up into your wild thing.
And then from here, coming back into a side plank, you're going to root through that right hand, stack the shoulder over the wrist as you draw the left knee towards the shoulder. Maybe finding your peace grip on the inside edge of the left foot, and then start to extend the left leg up towards the sky. You can keep the gaze down at the right hand, or if you want to challenge the balance, take the gaze up towards the left foot. I'm not sure that's what I'm going to do today. And then start to carry that left leg down towards the ground, coming into your Hanuman, your splits. Heel meets the ground, and then lengthen through the legs. Let's inhale to sweep the arms tall. And then exhale, take a fold over the left leg if that's accessible for you. Elbows can come down towards the ground, shoulders drop away from the ears. Breathing into the back of the left leg, into the hips. And then starting to bring the torso back up. We're going to take that right leg that's behind us and swing it to meet the left. And then keeping the torso turning over towards the left, plant the hands into the ground, finding a high plank position. Not the most gracious of rotations, but there we go. Take an inhale in the plank. Exhale, send the pelvis up into your downward facing dog. Just adjust the feet if you need. Take a little pedal through the feet. And then finding your stillness, drishti comes towards the belly button or the upper thighs. And then starting to look between the hands, soften into the knees as you step, jump, float, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhaling to a halfway lift, and exhale as you soften over the legs. And then root to rise. Let's inhale, sweep the arms above the head. Taking that second side, we cross the left over the right. Hands meet the shoulders. Elbows drop down onto the chest as you roll through the spine into your forward fold. Inhaling to a halfway lift, fingertips or shins. Exhale as you soften over the legs, rise high onto the toes, plant the hands into the floor as you soften into the knees, finding your toe balance. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release the arms back down, hands meet the ground, keeping the heels lifted, take that forward fold. And then softening the left heel down towards the ground, right foot floats towards the sky, standing splits, inhaling. And then as you exhale, start to bring that right toe down towards the ground behind you. Inhale to bring the torso up, extend that left leg. And then exhale, cactus the arms, soften back into that left knee. Trying not to fall over, I didn't that time. Reach the right hand forwards to the inside edge of the left foot. Circle the left arm as you bend the right leg, reaching for the foot or the ankle. Drawing that heel in towards the glutes. And then slowly releasing. Circle that left arm, inside edge of the left foot this time. We're turning onto that right knee so the shin is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Right arm reaches over the top of the head, pressing the left knee into the left tricep. And then starting to soften the torso forwards as you transition the weight over towards that right knee. Right hand comes into the ground, left foot roots into the ground. Taking the left arm over the top of the head. And then start to release that left hand down. We're bringing that right knee in towards a chest, three-legged plank. And then step that right leg behind the left. Foot meets the ground. Send the pelvis up into your wild thing. And then from here, coming into that side plank. Right knee starts to lift towards the right shoulder. Rooting through that left hand. Maybe you take your peace grip, reaching to the inside edge of the right foot. Send the leg high. Option to play with the gaze. And then slowly bringing that right leg down towards the mat, into your Hanuman. Let's inhale to reach the arms tall. And exhale, folding over the right leg this time. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Taking a couple of breaths. And starting to bring that torso back up. This time left leg swings forward to meet the right. And then keep turning the torso over towards the right. Plant the hands into the floor, finding that plank position. Inhaling in the plank. Exhaling to downward facing dog. And again, just take a little pedal through the feet if you need. And then find your stillness, and we'll be here for 3 breaths. Inhaling for 1. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. And then looking between the hands, you step, jump, float, or walk towards the top of the mat. Inhaling to a halfway lift. Exhale as you soften over the legs, and then softening into the knees as you roll through the spine, bringing yourself to standing. Let's inhale to reach the arms tall. Exhale, hands into the heart center.
Thank you for moving with me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and if you did, if it supported you in any kind of way, I'd love for you to share it, to save it, and to leave a comment below. Until next time, namaste.